Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Young Sutton and welcome back to my channel. Now today I have a 3-card spread that incorporates both the Grand Jeu Lenormand and the Petit Lenormand. I've been playing around with this spread because I thought it would be a good way to teach the Grand Jeu by allowing you to focus on only one card at a time while using a card system you're already fluent in, such as the Petit Lenormand, to create a complete spread. And so far it's worked very well for me every time I've tried it, and this is one example. So the question I received was, how will this business proposition impact my small business? The context is a gentleman has a small business and someone approached him with a business proposition for them to join forces, you know, he wants to know if this would be a good deal for him, right? He wants to know how doing this would affect his business. Now, the Grand Jeu card I drew is the 7 of Spades, which represents the beginning of a process to create a favorable union. Yeah. So now the little white book calls this the marriage card. How appropriate is this? I know, you know me, I'm still blown away every time I draw cards. I'm like, what? All right. It also speaks of commitment and finding and maintaining the right attitude to bring success. We could say it's a card that suggests that success will be yours if you decide what you want and find the right partner and commit to the union and maintain a positive outlook and faith in that union. If you do all of that, success will be yours, okay? Now, if you look at the images, you see the main image is the alchemist who's actively beginning the process, right? He's active, he's standing up, he's got his hand on it, right? He's leaning forward, so he's actively doing something. And his face and body language suggest that he's hopeful and anticipating success, right? Now in cartomancy, the spades reference knowledge, challenges, and giving serious thought to something. Here's a visual for you cartomancy readers, okay? All right. The 7 of Spades in particular can be likened to the 7 of Swords in tarot. Oh, here's your visual for you tarot readers. I think these visuals are important because they give you a jumping off point to learn these cards, right? You have something now to compare them to. Okay. All right, so note that the swords and the spades are air cards. They're mental cards. And if I look at this card as the 7 of Swords, right, it refers to acting with honest intentions, being solid in your intentions and committing to taking action on them are the first steps to getting to where you want to be, right? And that's exactly what the Grand Jeu card is saying. And that's how I read the 7 of Swords, right? Now, on the bottom left, we have a lone woman, okay? Now, I'm just going to zoom in on this because I want you to really see these images. There. Okay. So we have a lone woman down here. And in this scenario, we'll look at her as the partner. Who is seriously contemplating the union. You know, she's standing out here in a field, and her dress looks like she's pure and innocent, right? I mean, it looks like that's a church in the background, and, she looks pretty pure and innocent, or she could just be a hard-working woman. Either way, it looks like she's somebody you can trust, right? Her hands in her pockets say that she's not in a rush and is taking time to contemplate this offer, right? So the meaning of this small image is promises kept and contemplation before making a decision and a serious commitment, okay? So what Petit Lenormand card did I draw to elaborate on or explain this image? I got the bouquet, which is the promise card, right? Now, because everything else in this spread is positive, I wouldn't look at the bouquet as exaggeration or embellished promises, but rather an attractive offer that could be viewed as a gift, right? Now let's go over here. The bottom right image shows an active dialogue or exchange between two prospective partners. It refers to promises that are being made, okay, and possibly flattery. So on this side, nothing is set in stone yet. There are still some things to consider, but the one making the proposal is using the right words to make it appear to be a very attractive offer, right? So to elaborate on that, I drew the Petit Lenormand moon card, and it's the card of attraction, respect, and being seen in a favorable light. It says that this union is favorable for achieving recognition and social success. Remember, this side over here is the attitude to adopt and steps to take right now, right? And this side over here, where I drew the bouquet, is the external forces, outside influences, right? Okay, so back to the moon here. Yeah, the moon is saying that the business will be admired and highly regarded, right? So we have two very positive cards here. Now, let's look at the Grand Jeu card in more depth here. The geomantic symbol sheds light on the importance of harmony. It suggests that success and prosperity are favored when you reach this stage. All right, the stage I'm referring to is the solid intention based on absolute faith that the project will succeed. So regarding alchemy specifically, this symbol, Letitia, favors any activity that doesn't require secrecy. So things should be openly discussed at this stage. Isn't that interesting? Secrecy. Yeah, okay. Remember the Seven of Swords. All right. Now the letter A relates to ambition and drive, leadership and taking charge, and courage and confidence. This gives us the idea of actively moving ahead with a project confidently by taking the lead. The constellation is the whale, which tells you that you'll achieve what you expect to achieve. This relates to the first Hermetic principle of mentalism, which this card is associated with. And it reminds me of Henry Ford's famous words, whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you're right. Right? So again, this is very much about the right attitude and the right thinking. All right, so back to the Seven of Spades, the cartomantic meaning of this card, even though the Seven of Spades generally relates to setbacks, a lack of progress, codependency, and addiction, right? We can relate all of these concepts to this card by seeing that this is an initial stage of a project, and setbacks and frustrations will undoubtedly lie ahead. The alchemist needs to be addicted to the project, okay, to see it through while always considering the partner or those for whom the project is intended, right? The most significant aspect of the playing card is its reference to maintaining faith that you'll succeed. All right. Now, if you know, back to just the idea of cartomancy here. I mean, if you compare the Seven of Spades to the Five of Spades, the five tells you that, you know, your hopes and wishes will be unfulfilled. But the seven allows the seeker to believe that his hopes and wishes will be fulfilled. All right? It's not saying they definitely will be, but it's saying that with the right thinking and the right action, they will be. Okay? All right, so the flowers. What do the flowers mean down here? They tell the seeker that approaching the project or, you know, the the other people involved should be done with the intention of convincing them that you'll remain committed to this union, right? Once you know what you want, you need to say the right things to the right people, right? The flower meaning on this card correlates with the meaning of the Petit Lenormand bouquet card in that it tells the seeker that the right approach will lead to commitment. All right, so let's go back to the seeker's question. Because the seeker asked how this offer will impact the business, we want to look at these Petit Lenormand cards descriptively as well as literally, right? So the bouquet says that the small business will appear more appealing, maybe aesthetically more attractive. It will help it to blossom and flourish. The seeker should be pleasantly surprised. And the moon says that the reputation of the business will improve. It'll be noticed, recognized, and seen in a favorable light. The promises being made will bring a favorable attention to the business. Okay? So there you go. What did I tell this man? I said, it looks like a good offer as long as you maintain the right attitude and take the lead, right? It looks like it'll be very good for your business. All right, that's it for this video, my friends. Thanks as always for watching, and stay tuned for more Grand Jeu Lenormand videos coming soon. Bye for now.